Welcome back to a late night episode of the Brother Pill podcast. I am one of your hosts of the two and sometimes three-man tandem. Shout out to LAR Movement. And here on with Steve the Dean tonight, and we have a special topic for you guys entitled "You Broke Up with Her for a Reason. Should you take her back?" You broke up with her for a reason. Should you take her back? Now, before we get into the show, we want to thank all of you for watching live. For those of you on the restream, we really appreciate it if you like the video and share this video, right? And for those of you who want to get a copy of the free ebook that I have, How to Stop Simping in 24 Hours for negromanosphere.com, send me an email at planetoshay@gmail.com. All of my contact information will be in the description link for my Facebook information and those things. And also, you can follow my main YouTube channel, which is also going to be there, O'Shea Duke Jackson, which has over 42,000 subscribers. Now, let me go ahead and introduce Steve the Dean. What's up, Steve?
Hey, what's going on, O'Shea? Thank you for having me on, sir. www.themanmindset.com, guys. The phone lines are open.
All right. And kudos to Steve. He just did his own dating show for The Man Mindset. So he's coming right off to doing a 3-hour show to doing the Brother Pill podcast. So we definitely appreciate that. Hey, Steve, this topic tonight, every man has gone through this. I believe every heterosexual man that's been in some sort of relationship or had a girlfriend. We all have dealt with it in terms of regular relationships or marriage. I know you're married previously to this thing, your relationship that you have now, been married to your wife for 18 years. In relationships, Steve, there will be some disagreements, some arguments, and sometimes some separations. And many of these separations that we know are really, from what I know, most breakups are initiated by women. I don't have any numbers to prove that, but very seldomly do men break up with women. So today we're going to talk about breakups when you feel that you need to break up with a woman, okay? You feel so disrespected that she did something to you, stole your money, maybe cheated on you. You break up with her, but for whatever reason, you miss having that constant pussy every night. You miss having home cooked meals every day. Some of you guys are busy working. You miss having that in-house pussy, right? So let's talk about relationships, Steve, where we as men initiate the breakup, which is not often, and how we fall back into bad relationships if we in considering taking her back. So let me ask you, if you don't mind sharing your own personal story. You were married previously, is that right?
Oh, yes, absolutely. She looked like Nelly Furtado.
Oh, okay. Well, damn, I guess my ugly ass got a shot at getting somebody that look good, huh?
She's bad. She's tough. A young Nelly Furtado. That's how she
Okay. Yeah, okay, so Steve, let's talk about this. Can we talk about, now, did you, in the first marriage you had, did she initiate the divorce or did you do that?
Oh, it was me. It was me.
Okay, now let's talk about the reason, if you don't mind, or any relationship, if you want to talk about it. What was it so bad about her that you just said, okay, you know what, enough is enough?
Well, before we go there, I think it's important that people understand the first skill that you must learn as a man is being alone and living alone and being fine with it. That's important because it's going to play a role later on. But
let's talk about that. Let's talk about that real quick, and then we'll build into the other stuff. Why is this important?
Because when you do what I call a Captain Kirk decision, now we're going to another layer. I got to explain Captain Kirk while I explain this.
Okay.
I'm an old school guy. I used to watch Star Trek with Kirk and Spock and all the other shit. And damn near on every show, this is what my mentor taught me. In every show, there was always this guy named Yeoman Henson, some no-name motherfucker that they always beam down on the planet with him. Now, he always ended up dying for some fucked up reason. But usually Kirk had to make a decision. Do I save Yeoman Henson and lose the Enterprise? Or do I save the Enterprise and lose Yeoman Henson? That's what I call a Captain Kirk decision, meaning that if you make a decision to leave or cut this woman off, it's got to be what's beneficial to you.
Okay.
Because you are running the show.
Okay.
So the reason I talk about being alone is because when you get in a relationship with a woman, you kind of get used to them, used to their mannerisms, used to them being around you. And for a lot of young men who don't have the skill, O'Shea, when they break up with a woman, the reason why they want them back or quote unquote miss them is because they miss what used to be normal. They miss waking up to that person. They miss seeing that person. I mean, every little thing that goes on, they miss those things. And then in their mind, they're like, well, I really love her. And, you know, even though she was disrespectful to me, I really love her. And I'm going to try to get her back and make it work out. Absolutely not. There is a saying as far as being by yourself, number one, is that you got to learn that you have come into this world by yourself and you're going to leave by yourself. But in the middle, that there are going to be times that you're going to be by yourself. And never go back to a relationship because you feel lonely. Go back to a relationship if you fucked up. Now, listen, hear what I'm saying. Go back if you fucked up. But if she fucks up, she's gone. There are no ifs, ands, buts, or maybes. Because there is a saying in Viking lore. I watch a show called The Vikings too. Don't waste your time looking back because you're not going that way. And if you think about it, it's the same philosophy I use that companies use. When you get a job, let's say you're going to be a physician and you're going to a hospital, O'Shea. You're going to probably meet the board of directors or somebody before you get the job or a residency or what have you. And they're going to say, O'Shea or Mr. Jackson, welcome to Niggerfield Hospital. Because, you know, it just fucking with you. But, O'Shea, okay, this is what we expect of you. This is how much we're going to pay you. This is what time we expect you to come in. This is what time you could take your lunch. This is what time you're going to leave. And here's your beeper. If you're on call, we expect you to not only answer your call, but show up. These are things they're going to lay out in front of you, O'Shea. At that time, O'Shea, you have a choice of saying, thank you, let's renegotiate the contract, or no, thank you, or just say yes. That's your choice, okay? Once you say yes, O'Shea, then you are bound by that contract you have with the hospital. Now, why am I telling you about the hospital? It's no different than the relationship. Because when I meet a woman, now remember, O'Shea, I always tell you, for me, I always let them know I'm drama free. I don't put up with drama. You bring drama in my life, you're gone. I tell them that early on because it's the reason why I cut their asses off. With that being said, just like you, O'Shea, when you go to the hospital and they lay out what they expect of you, I do the same thing with her. This is what I expect of you. And she has every right to tell me what she expects of me. I have no problem with that. Now, with that being said, this is what our contract is going to be. And if you are disrespectful, you raise your voice, you throw anything at me, or you do something that, or cheat on me, or, you know, we're done. Because just like you at the hospital, O'Shea, let's say you're supposed to operate and you in Africa fucking a big booty bitch on a zebra, right? The job may give you a warning, which you can do.
Right.
But 9 times out of 10, they're going to say, well, you're not a right fit. And they're going to get rid of your motherfucking ass and wait for the next man up. Am I correct?
Yeah, usually, you know, that's usually true. I would agree. But we'll get into some of the other stuff. But yeah, I would definitely not disagree with what you're saying at all.
Yeah. So I'm just saying that you have to learn how to be lonely, or not lonely, but live by yourself and be fine with it. Because when you lose that person and you're fine with being lonely, yeah, it's going to sting. But because as a man, you place yourself above all things, it's going to be a light little bump, like you bump yourself, like you hit a wall. You'll feel the sting for a second,
Mhm.
but then you're fine and you can move on with your life. That's what I'm saying as far as the loneliness, sir. I didn't mean to go too long, but that's what I was saying.
Hey man, you was cooking. So let me do this real quick. For those of you watching the restream, we appreciate you for watching the replay. For those of you who are live, thank you for coming in. I see some familiar faces. Let me get to the people who have already super chatted already. We really appreciate you, brothers, who are supporting the show. And let me acknowledge you. I believe that we have Herc. Was it Herc 213? If I gave us a $5 super chat, he writes. Love the work you do. Thank you so much. And then Trick Season X Killmatic. Thank you so much. Poochie Brothers. Okay. And if you're there, like the video. Steve, let's kind of talk about this thing. You may or may not may disagree with me here. Okay. But when we talk about that doctor who was in Africa and 9 times out of 10, he would get fired, right? Now, here's the thing. Assuming that this doctor, a doctor is a very highly skilled profession. In many cases, sometimes it's very difficult to replace a doctor because of the strenuous skill that you have to do going through medical school and going through a board residency and all these things, taking exams. Now, I think similarly for some men, getting an extremely beautiful woman, because let's be honest, a lot of women are not beautiful. And I think maybe people, unless you live in a place, I mean, like Brazil, maybe you live in Poland or something like that. But a lot of women are just not drop dead gorgeous like that, right? Some guys, when you have a woman that is really, that you're sexually into, that you really like, I found that myself, Steve, and I'm not afraid to say this, a good-looking motherfucker who does a lot of things right and does some things wrong. Sometimes as a man, you can let that shit slide. Now, I know I'm not so red pill. I ain't gonna lie. Now, I will kick a bitch out. As you know, you've heard me do this. You've heard offline. I'll kick a motherfucker smooth out after I get tired of your shit. Shout out to my man, D. Darrell. But for good-looking women, man, and if they're doing whatever the fuck you want to do, and there's some bullshit here and there, if she looks good and sucks a good dick and cleans up and shit like that, you might get a bitch a few chances. Now, is that true, Steve, or no?
Well, there are compromises and there are negotiables, okay? You never compromise anything with a woman. Negotiables, yes. Now, the thing is that what you have to understand is when you do what I show you or what I teach my clients, you're going to be tested. And through those tests, you got to let things slide because a woman needs to be sure that she is really with a man and not a woman acting like a man, meaning that what you say is really a law, just like the job. I mean, let me ask you this question. Why is it that what the job says is law, and you know when you hear it, you know you're gonna follow it, and you're not gonna question it? Why is that, O'Shea?
Well, because you know you can get fired.
Okay, there you go. So if a woman, no matter how pretty she is, feels like she's never gonna we're never gonna get fired, then she's gonna do whatever the fuck she wants to do.
Right. That's true.
I need a woman who's gonna be on edge, knowing that at any time you can be replaced.
Oh yeah, I definitely agree.
At any time, if I feel like it, I can get rid of you like that and live and be fine with it. See, not that I would throw that in her face, but she needs to know that. And the only way she's going to find that out is by these small tests. Now, O'Shea, yes, there are going to be times you're going to get in arguments. There are going to be times you're going to have disagreements. There are going to be times she might raise her voice. But it will only be that one time. That's the problem. You know, because just like the job, you got to give that person a little wiggle room and space to get acclimated to the position.
Right.
So for a lot of women, they're only used to when they fuck up, the guys are apologizing. When they fuck up, the guys are trying to make things right. technically the guys are rewarding bad behavior.
Let's talk about that real quick. Okay? That's important. I have to stop you because you're on the genius mode. Now, let's talk about this, fellas. What Steve is saying is opening up a whole nother level of the game, which is a lot of time these hoes do something and they know that they are wrong and they don't apologize. They take their pussy off the table and then you apologize for what these. Let's talk about that, Steve.
Yes. See, that's why I teach my guys the fucking, the kissing, the eating pussy, because it gives you a power base to be able to take the dick off the table, if that makes any sense. Now, if you like, I can give you an example if you want to hear it. I'm sure.
Let's go ahead and hear it.
But you can hear it now. Now again, what you're about to hear, and I'll just play a little bit of it. Okay. What you're about to hear is the power of what I teach my guys to be able to take your dick off the table. Okay. Now, if you don't get a phone call like this, okay, you won't be able to pull this thing that I'm showing you. So let me play this real quick. Check this out. Listen a little
to say thank you, or letting me have a couple of days to actually think about what freaking happened the other night. Anyway, it was so funny how I had my whole mind made up on, like, let me leave your ass alone. I just felt like you was trouble. And it's so interesting how vibe is, because I was right, you know? I ain't gonna lie, I do have questions. I'm like, how do you do that? Like, you know, who taught you that? Like, are you a goddamn professional? So on a real note, like, that was amazing. It was totally, like, perfect. Like, if I were to vision what I want my man to be sexually, you would be that person. Like,
okay, let me stop that right there. Okay, so now you have just were able to fix the need. Remember, I don't teach guys to take care of wants. I teach them to take care of needs. Mm-hmm. So now you have then incorporate what I call the drug of you. Now, this clip, I want to play this clip to hear this one real quick, O'Shea, because this is just as important. What you're going to hear is, now I'm going to play about 3 of them. Okay. But I want you to listen to the passion in her voice of how bad she wants the guy. Okay. Listen to this. There's a few of them. Listen to this. Listen to this.
End of skipping. Urgent message.
Rising sign, porcupine. I guess you're not up and at 'em yet. This is me. You may call me, get the message. All right? Thanks. Bye.
Skipping. Urgent message.
Trying to get a line to call you. It's been, like, so problematic for some reason tonight. I can't get a dial tone to call you. So this is like my 4th location. And the phone went through. I couldn't talk earlier because it was right there. So if you haven't gone to sleep, call me back. I just wanted to say goodnight anyway. All right.
End of message. 8. Urgent message.
Hi. I hate that your phone keeps rejecting me. You must have a really bad connection. Anyway, I don't know. It's 11:42. It's not even late. So if you're not asleep, call me back.
Okay.
Right, bye.
Now we're creating a perfect storm. So O'Shea, how did you do that? And you are what I envision what a man could be sexually. Okay. You hear the phone calls of, I went to 4 different places. Where you at? Urgent messages, trying to get him. Okay, so that's part 1, part 2. Okay, you have that perfect storm. Now, the reason why you have the power to take the dick off the table is when you have a woman this way, O'Shea, she can only imagine if she loses you, not only losing the dick or the feelings that you give her, but no woman wants another woman to experience what she's experienced. So that means she will then modify her behavior. Key word here, sir. Modify her behavior.
Say it again so these young niggas can hear this. Say it again, Steve.
She will modify
Okay.
her behavior to your standards, meaning you have just become the company that I talked about with O'Shea. Whatever you say is going to be law. Why? Because if she gets out of line, not only will she not get any dick, but she might lose you in the process. And she knows that if you're that skilled, that she is only replaceable. That you can find someone that faster. And that, again, puts more pressure on her to be better for you, sir.
It's a great breakdown. Let me just kind of build off what you're saying. Because, see, typically you have two type of employees. You have, and I would say the corporation is the man, right? What you just explained is the employee that works for the best company in the world. She loves a job. She loves coming there every day. She's the best employee.
Yes, sir.
Then you have you niggas who, you know, you're like KFC and the bitch hates working there. She's rude to the customers. She spits on the food, drive through. And she only reason why she's there is because she can't get nowhere else. That's the only reason why, right? So in those two situations, I think a lot of guys, and even me, I fell a victim to this before. I've been that guy where the bitch was with me and I was the KFC. And we in a relationship both thinking that each other's the KFC. So what you just said was man, it was so gold, man, with that particular thing. Now let's talk about this. And for those of you in the chat live, like the video. Those of you watching the replay, let's like it. Get the likes up. Steve, let's talk about this. Now we've understood.
Let me interrupt you. There's one thing I just want to say they have one thing in common.
Sure.
Whether he's the good worker or the bitch at KFC, whenever the CEO of KFC comes in that fucking door, they both stand on attention. They both straighten up. They never sway from that.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. Let me do this. We went for, and this is important, being able to live by yourself, do things by yourself.
Yes.
That's so important. I'm glad you touched on that. For all of you guys, it's important to have your own life by yourself set up, right? I go to different countries by myself. I'll do things by myself regardless if people are here or not. So that's one good thing. You talked about being able to please a woman sexually, which is something that we all, and that's your expertise. And that gives you the ability to take your dick off the table. And when, and for guys that are apologizing to women for her own mistakes, it means that your sex isn't good. That's what I would take, right? You're not fucking her good. He doesn't respect you, right?
Well, O'Shea, it's not just the act, it's not the physical act of sex. It's the mental one between her ears. That's where everything lies. And that's where the respect and disrespect comes in that. You could be great in bed, but not a man in her eyes, and she will still leave you. And that's what I'm saying. Yeah, sex is very important, but also, like, you're a prime example. I just want to say you were a prime example of, having the skill of being alone, because after you let your girl, you moved on with life, and I respect that of you. But getting back to what you were saying is that when you, it's not even about the sex, O'Shea, it's the man. When you apologize for something you didn't do,
right?
You have just think about if we have a meter, and every time you do that, give yourself a -5. You start at ground zero, and every time you say sorry, every time you try to make it better, every time you try to work it out, every time you compromise, you're going down. You're going backwards. You're losing respect, because these women see, this is what we talk about, O'Shea. A woman meets so many guys. She needs to be sure that the guy that she's going to be with, settle down, or fuck is truly who he says he is. And we have a lot of guys who wear a mask and pretend to portray a role. And once their mask comes down, the woman realizes it and she's done with them. A man is a man 25 hours, 8 days a week, and even on a Sunday. So she's going to test him, O'Shea. And it is through those tests that is going to either make you or break you. And the problem is, like you said, O'Shea, as soon as you say sorry for something you didn't do because you think she's good looking or you're walking on eggshells, then you're the one reacting and you're the woman of the relationship. Then remember, O'Shea, when two people come together, you're going to have a top and a bottom. Like most pimps call them bottom bitches, but I'm not using that in this term. You have tops and bottoms. When two people come together, whoever's on top is going to run the relationship because that person is in what I call action. Who's ever at the bottom is going to take the blunt of everything and do whatever they can to maintain whatever they can to please that person above them, if that makes sense.
Let me ask you this real quick. And I don't know if we're going to disagree. When I feel, and we'll talk about situations on why you should cut somebody off, but here's how I am, right? At this point in my life. If I cut you off, and some of you niggas will do this. If I cut you off, some of you niggas will cut your female off and break up with her, but then you'll still go back and fuck her. Now, here's the problem I have with you niggas. You niggas are disrespecting the game, bro. I'm going to tell you how I feel about this. This is some straight up bitch ass shit. Now, I don't know how Steve feel. I'm going to let him weigh in on this. Once you decide that you're going to get rid of a bitch, and that's what you standing on no sense of level do you go back and fuck her. Because when you go back and fuck her, what you're doing is letting her know that the way she gonna take it is, oh, he still got feelings for me. See, you still rewarding her with your dick. When you cut a motherfucker off from you, you cut a bitch off from everything that got something to do with you. See, this is what you young niggas gotta understand the game. Y'all gotta understand the game. If, number one, I don't ever tell a bitch I'm done with her. She find that out later. Well, I'll tell you how cold the game is. I flew my bitch back. I've done this more than once. They don't know that I ain't gonna fuck with them no more, for the most part. They kind of get the hint, but I don't tell them bitches over. You find that out. That's the number one. I don't never tell a female it's over. Look, you gonna figure that shit out anyway, bitch. When I don't talk to your ass no more. That's number one. A lot of you niggas do too much trying to, tell her it's over, it's done. I never feel you should let her know. Just don't fuck with her no more. She'll find out. Number two, if you break up with her because she disrespected you and you go back and fuck her, you still rewarding her with your time. Oh, well, I'm just fucking. Well, nigga, what if that's what she wants? You know what I'm saying? And now, Steve, let me ask you this. How do you feel about you breaking up with a female and going back and fuck her?
Again, why do you look back? You're not going that way.
Hello!
We're done. And I want to give an example without getting into anything, but you had an issue with another person who is on YouTube. Let's just say you had another issue with that person.
Right.
When you were done, you were done. When you were done, there was nothing that I or anybody could do to sway your mind. And not only should it be that way with men, it should be that way with women and your family members. Nobody should be safe. Because as a king, you are law, rule, and code. And you never, ever go back to a woman and submit your dick to her, because not only your dick, but your time, like you said, your valuable assets. You do not give that to somebody. That's someone, they have to earn that from you. And that's the problem with a lot of men. They get so caught up in the ass. That's where remember what we talked about before. The loneliness creeps in. The lack of sex creeps in. The fact that they like, damn, I miss her. Well, who's she fucking with now? And then the jealousy comes in. That's when you don't have what you display. Because like I said, I don't mean to put your business out there. I'm not gonna put, nothing. But what I'm saying is, I've been through, I've seen O'Shea leave his girl, and not one day has gone by up to this day that O'Shea said, damn, man, I miss my girl. I want to go give her this. I want to fuck her. Or oh, I need my girl back. I think I'm gonna get her a ticket and fly her back here. I'm gonna do it. Not one thing.
Not one thing.
I respect about this man is that he is displaying what I'm trying to tell you guys, because he is what we call eyes forward. You always are moving forward. The warrior moves forward to conquer land, but also protects the realm of the kingdom, which is you. But that's, I'm not trying to get too deep, but that's what you were doing. You are still moving forward, conquering land, but you're still coming back to protect your kingdom. And that's what you have been doing. See, a king with no backbone is a king without a castle, and a king without a warrior, meaning he is open and subject to go back to where he left because he has no castle. But in your case, O'Shea, you are the castle, and you are always moving forward. And the one that's feeling the blunt of you moving forward is her and not you. And that's how it should be, sir. You do have one call in the queue.
We got one call. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Let me shout out the person, Freelance Ronan. Oh, guys, would you not reuse dirty toilet paper? Would you? So why would you go back to whack bras that already deemed unworthy? That you already deem unworthy? Shout out to Freelance Ronan, man. Always in the chat. Let's talk about this before I take that call, Steve, because what we're saying for us, we're a little bit more settled in life. Like somebody like Freelance, been around, a few years. And shout out to Truth Control, people like that. I don't know how old he is, but I think he's a young guy, younger than us. A lot of these guys like Keith Roy, 20 something years old, a little bit younger. Let's be transparent with you guys. When you are young and don't have a lot of experience, even if you're older, if you have a woman that has been living in with you, you've trained her the certain type of things that you like. And what I mean is this, you know how it is, man. Sometimes you get these bitches, they don't know how to suck dick right or how to lick balls and shit. And you train them how to do that. You train them how to get that ass up. They know exactly what you like to eat. They know they've gotten adjusted to you, right? They know how to keep the house clean and stuff like that. It's a lot to give up, right? And you do miss that. There's a part of that you're gonna miss that. For example, shout out to Olu. I had a female that I broke up with from London, which was really, I broke up with her for no reason this time, right? I broke up really for no reason. And it's still to this day, Steve, it's the best pussy I ever had in my whole life. Best. Why I left this bitch, I don't know, right? On some serious shit. But the best pussy I ever had in my life was this particular chick. And I didn't think about that with my last chick, but what do go through your mind, like you said, is when a motherfucker, you got a chick that got some good pussy, and you ain't hitting that pussy, it's like, I know another nigga is getting this pussy right now. That pussy is good. Where can I find some good pussy like this again? Now, let me tell you like this. When you have a female like that, if the pussy is that good, and good pussy, a lot of times it's hard to find because you don't know when you see a bitch if her pussy gonna be good. You don't know. You're like, I hope she got some good pussy. She might be the baddest bitch in the club or baddest bitch. You get in there, you fall in. Shit be queefing. Shit be stinking, right? When you get some good pussy that's tight and wrap around your dick, listen, that runs neuron shocks through your body. It's hard to give up, dog. Listen, it's hard. I'm telling you like this, it's gonna be easier to give up a bitch who you really don't enjoy the sex that much with her. If sex is okay or something like that, you can kind of let that bitch go. But for a bitch that will make you bust gallons of nut and milk, man, listen, that's gonna be a little harder, pimp. We're gonna have to talk about that, Steve, because them bitches with them good pussy and man, listen, them type of bitches right there, it's gonna be a little harder, Steve. It's gonna be a little harder, but you can do it.
Oh yeah, you definitely.
So we ain't gonna just sit here and lie to you like it's gonna be easy. Sometimes it's not gonna depend on the bitch. Depending on the bitch, it's not going to be as easy. Some bitches is easier to let go than other bitches.
Right. But this is where the standoff is very important, because if you know what you're doing to her, and again, this is not just the sex, because remember what a lot of you guys understand, to us it's the physical, but to them it's the emotional. So what you got to do, and O'Shea, this is what, and this is going to tie everything in. When I was like 13 going on 14, when I was she was 24 when I met her. So she was like 25 at the time. And she broke up with me. I was crying, snot running down my nose. I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep. I was holding on to pillows. I was singing sad songs. I can admit, I'm being honest. I was all fucked up. I was all fucked up. But O'Shea, dude, Jebediah Jackson.
Hallelujah.
Number one thing, there was two things I learned about that. Number one, every man is going to get hurt one time.
Oh, yeah.
A woman is going to hurt you at some point in your life, but it is what you do with that hurt when it happens that is going to either have you move forward or be the guy to look back. Because that feeling I had, I said to myself, never again. Hey, never again.
Oh, yeah, no.
Hey, I was 14 years old. She was 25. I loved it, her. She had the best pussy. Hey, O'Shea, she was black too. I loved it. Oh, man, she was great. But I learned the greatest lesson that I learned because she was teaching me something
Right.
that has changed the world for me. Because what she did was, it wasn't the fact that she threw the pussy on me and was able to take her muscles and wrap her muscles around my dick like they do.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, because the pussy was great. It was the mental things that she was doing that made me crave her because of what she incorporated. So, but the thing is, O'Shea, she was doing it to me to show me what I'm going to do to women. So that means when I get with a woman, the pussy's already mine, O'Shea. The pussy's already mine. It's how far I want to take her. But when you can imprint yourself on her emotions, okay, that's see, it's not about her. See, you're right. Women do have good pussy. Us men, we're all about the physical. You know, when they fuck as well, we, like you say, we get caught up in all this stuff. But when you're able to imprint yourself on a woman emotionally, even though you might be craving that pussy, she's going to be craving you much more because of the emotions that you have tied yourself to. That way, when she'll be calling you before you call her, basically, O'Shea. Even when you feeling at your weakest point, she's going to find a way to get in touch with you because of what you have done to her emotionally. And that's what she did to me. And once I realized why I was crying like a little bitch, O'Shea, not running down my nose. I was 14 years old. She's holding up, listen to some elder barge and shit. I was all, and I'm not ashamed of it. The best thing that ever happened to me in my life. The best thing. Because now, O'Shea, this is why I tell guys, and I'm so arrogant when it comes to women. I know I never go for the pussy between her legs because it's already mine. Why? Because I go for what guys don't go for. And that's why I stress to them what I'm saying. And this all connects, O'Shea, why you got to go for the one between her ears, because that's the power base. It's not between her legs. It's between her ears. The emotional imprint is there. That's where she walks on eggshells. But if you're going for the pussy, then she controls the board because she knows how to throw it on you so well that you have no choice but to keep going back to it because you become the druggie. You become addicted to her instead of her being addicted to you, sir.
Let me ask before we take the call. Here's the thing. Now, good pussy is hard to find. What is a little bit harder to find is femininity. And let me tell you guys this, right? If you have an attractive woman who is very catering to you or very nurturing to you, it's a good feeling, right? You know, like, oh, you know, you look good with your shirt off, or, oh, you need, baby, you look nice today. Or, you know, a lot of times as men, we don't hear that from women, right? But when you have a woman that tells you that, and I'm just saying this in the past, oh, you know, send you a text message, I love you, I was just thinking about you. If you're a guy that's not really used to that, right? And on top of the good pussy, because the good pussy might not mean so much. It's easier to let a motherfucker go if she has some good pussy, but she's not really so nurturing. But if a woman is nurturing to you, that you've been in a relationship with, She compliments you, compliments the way you look, compliments the ability that you're smart, and makes you feel a certain type of way. Now, that also can imprint certain men too, because some men have never heard that before. Especially a lot of you younger guys, you get in a relationship, maybe the first time you might have heard that you're smart from a woman, as a woman that you're fucking. That's what you want to hear. You want to hear that you're smart. You want to hear that you're attractive. Just like women hear that, men want to hear that too, right? And so it could be a little more difficult if a woman, y'all break up and you're not hearing that anymore. You're back to not hearing that from other women, right? And so you miss hearing those things. So that's another thing we got to talk about, because a lot of women, they play on ego stroking with brothers, okay? And we love it. Men, we have big egos, right? Let's look you, Steve, today. When people call in and say, hey, Steve and O'Shea, enjoy the show, man. Steve, man, I love your stuff, man. You helped change my life. You know what Steve was gonna do? What about what I said helped change your life? Do you know that Steve loves ego stroking, right? We love that shit. We ain't gonna sit here and lie. If you guys call in, we love the show. Man, that makes us feel good. Look at Steve over there. He can't wait for you motherfuckers to call in and talk about, oh, Steve, oh, Uncle Dean, oh, what, man, that make you go in the bathroom and start jacking up. Listen, you brothers got to understand that you love compliments too, okay? You like for women to tell you that you're smart, that you're handsome, that you own. You like that shit, right? And when you used to hearing that every day for 2 years, a year, and you don't hear that no more, hey, man, you miss that, right? I got to be honest with yourself, nigga. You like that shit too. Okay, so let me do this real quick. Steve, let's go to the caller. How many we got in queue?
Oh, we got like 7 in queue, but I do want to say something about what you're saying real quick before I bring the call in.
Okay.
There are certain behaviors that a woman is going to display when you know you're doing things right. When you have that emotional attachment to her, O'Shea, she is going to tell you, like you said, how handsome and how good looking you are when you dress up. She's the one that's going to call you back when you hang up on her. She'll stay awake at night just watching you sleep. She'll want to show you off in front of her friends. She will hold your hand in front of her friends to let everybody know that she is with you. She will tell you how much she cares about you. She will also keep in contact with you. She'll be willing to do anything that you ask her to do. She will always let you be a part of her conversations. She will let you touch her and feel her without moving away. She will call to check and see if you're okay and how you are doing. She'll be the one to buy you gifts on Christmas and take you out on Valentine's Day. And last but not least, if she's coming over to your crib, she'll call you and ask, can I pick you up anything? Beer, cigarettes, food. What do I need to do to please you? That's all I want to say, but I will bring the call in, sir.
Okay, let's bring the call in. Once again, let me just do this for those on the replay. Hey guys, we really love you. Like the video, okay, and share the video. To get the free ebook, How to Stop Sipping in 24 Hours, email me, planetoshay@gmail.com. All my information is in the description. And for those of you brothers who were live, right, like the video, okay? We appreciate you brothers live. And also understand this. You will not get this sort of black knowledge for a black male podcast anywhere on God's green earth, okay? So we always ask you, brothers, we're doing our best to give you the most valuable content. For those of you that can support us and you don't donate often, we're looking for new people. If you have an Android phone, listen, black men, this show is for you, okay? If you want to get behind black male content creation and you want to see us get better. Now, we're working on the negromanosphere.com podcast that's going to come out, right? Me and Steve are doing the Brother Pill. You guys see I have the Vlogcast season 2 started. We're doing all type of stuff to give you more content. So what we ask brothers is it does cost money, right? To help this get better, me and Steve are going to take this international, right? We're ranking in the top 20,000 websites in Nigeria. All proceeds that you give us go to improve the radio show, and it pays for our writing staff at the negromanosphere.com. We're giving out free ebooks. We have a free comic coming out. Support the show, okay? It could be any amount, $1, $2. Hit the super chat button. Let us know you appreciate what me and Steve are doing here, all right? And for those of you on the replay, we thank you so much. Make sure you support us, patreon.com/negromanosphere for $5 a month. And check out Steve's Patreon, patreon.com/themanmindset for his specific content. Steve, go ahead and take the caller. I'm going to use the restroom real quick, okay?
Yeah, we have 6 in the queue. All right, area code 321. You're on with O'Shea. What's your name? What's your question, sir?
Hey, Steve. You look like that got morning breath in the afternoon, motherfucker. Shut your bitch ass up.
Let him talk. Let him talk. So, what's your name, Doc?
No, he hung up.
He hung up. You'll call him back. Oh, they don't learn.
You waited that long to say that? I don't know the way.
Hey, how the fuck you calling my number, my nigga?
Why'd you say what you said and hung up like a bitch? We tried to ask you what the fuck you wanted. What the fuck you want? Why you gonna say that? Why you gonna wait on the phone that long to say that goofy ass shit, nigga?
I'm sucking your daddy dick, my nigga.
Hey, don't hang up because we'll just keep calling. Oh, whoa, wait.
We're gonna learn today.
Oh, he gonna learn. He about to live.
The Text Now subscriber you are trying to reach is not available. Please leave your message after the tone.
Yes, this is for area code 321-233-3653. Now, if anybody from the O'Shea Do Jackson show that has usually over 4,000 or 5,000 listeners wants to give this man a call at 321-233-3653, feel free to get his bitch ass nigga a call. All right, so we got another call, sir.
All right, go ahead. You take the call. I'm gonna go to the restroom real quick, Steve.
Area code 262, sir. What's your name? Where you calling from?
This is Steph. I'm calling from Milwaukee, Texas.
Okay.
Texas, Copper Coast.
Are you on speakerphone, sir? We can't really hear you. Sound far away. Are you on speakerphone?
Now?
A little
O'Shea?
bit. Yeah, okay. O'Shea, did you have a question?
Okay, hey man, I had a question. I wanted to ask you why is it that men take back women and that they are like they feel sorry for they say, oh, I'm sorry because I just don't understand that. I mean, I know I used to do it, but thanks to listening to you and O'Shea, I don't do that shit no more. But I just want to know, like, what caused these behaviors for these young men? Like a young man myself, I'm 20. I used to do this shit when I was 17, 18. But thanks to you two, again, I don't do that anymore. But what behaviors like cause these guys to do these things?
Well, it's not a behavior. It's a mindset of putting the woman above and before you. You see what I'm saying? When you put anybody above yourself, shit. Are you watching the video right now?
No, I'm on the phone. I could watch the video right now. I'm on the phone.
Let me give you an example. All right, I'm gonna give you an example. If I can find a marker. I'm gonna give you an example.
You about to do the friend zone?
No. I'm gonna
right.
No. I'm gonna give you an example.
All right.
Right. I'm gonna draw an example.
Okay.
Right now and give it to you. Okay. So shit. I fucked up.
All right.
Hold on. All right. Well, okay.
No, you good.
Like I said before, the reason is because you put her above yourself. Okay. So
right.
Let me draw this example real quick and kind of give you an idea of the problems that you're gonna have. Shit. This looks like shit, but all right. You can probably see it on the thing.
It's all
it looks
good,
like
Steve.
shit. I'm sorry. I apologize. Let me put man and woman. All right. So if you look at it right now, remember, there are three systems that's going on here. Okay, it's the man and his system. You got the woman and her system, and then when the two of you come together, you create your own system of either tops and bottoms. Okay. Now, if the woman has more of a standard, now this is now the top is based on who has more of a standard. Okay. Who has more of a standard? So if the woman has a higher standard than the man, she will go and be the top. If it's the man, he will be the top. But in your scenario that you're saying, most men are usually at the bottom because of how they feel about themselves, meaning they will take the woman and put her above him because they don't know themselves. They don't know how to live by a standard. So whenever two people come together, there's always going to be a top and a bottom, meaning there's going to be an alpha and a beta. Like, let me give you an example. Like O'Shea and I are two alpha males, okay? O'Shea and I are two alpha males, okay?
Exactly.
When it comes to certain things, we flip-flop, meaning if O'Shea knows something I don't know, then I become an alpha beta because I'm learning from him. You see what I'm saying? And if there's something O'Shea doesn't know, it flips, and but he's still maintaining alpha. He's not a beta, he's still an alpha. That's when two people come together. But when it comes to men and women, it's not an alpha beta situation. It's an alpha beta situation. It's not an alpha beta and alpha beta. It's an alpha or a beta, meaning that if you are in reaction, you live in the past, you stay in your comfort zone, you're afraid to speak up for yourself and things like that. When you meet a woman, that's when she's in control. Thus, goes back to your question, to answer your question. The reason why they do it is because they put her above their own needs. If you put anybody above yourself, you will always be a bitch to that. Not calling people a bitch. I'm saying you always be the bitch to wherever's in front of you, if that makes any sense.
In that situation.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense, Steve, because man, like I said, when I was 18, I was talking to this light-skinned chick and I was catching the bus. This one I didn't have a car yet, but I was catching the bus from summer school to downtown to Panda Express and then drop her off while she was talking to other dudes, and I just never understood. And then one time she said, nice guys finish last. So then that all started like, damn, so I'm seeing women on Facebook talking about nice guys gonna finish last. Then when I met y'all, kind of when I turned 19, 20, I'm 20 now, I met you guys. I hear never take dating advice from women. Then I hear alphas always win. And now I'm hearing what you're saying. It's the mindset. You got to have a man mindset. And that's why I want to say thank you to you and O'Shea, because y'all changed my life. Because if it wasn't for y'all, I would be probably getting cheated on right now and wouldn't have any standards as a man. So I appreciate y'all.
Thank you very much and congratulations. All right, we'll put you back in the queue. O'Shea, do you want to say anything?
No, man. Hey, that's what we're here for, man. You know, it takes two old niggas. Well, really one. I made so many mistakes, man, in my dating life, and hopefully you guys don't make the same mistakes that I did. Like I talked about, I've been in Uber before Uber was coming out and shit like that. So, you know, we don't want you to make the same mistakes that I did. So this is the reason why we're out here spreading out the knowledge we can to the brothers.
Okay, we'll throw you back in the queue. You ready for the next call, O'Shea? Or
yeah. Let's go ahead on to the next. No, let me do this real quick. We have a person that super chatted here. We want to acknowledge them. David Little, I need help learning to move on from old relationships. Thank you so much. Tufal Lawal. Now he did have a question. Let me ask you this, guys. If you have a question that you want us to answer, all you have to do is super chat. Okay, so let me just talk about how that works. If you want us to ask a question or solve a question tonight, speak with me or the dean, there's no specific amount. You can super chat. I would say, I will say no, so because you niggas will put $1. So at least $2, right? $2 will get any question answered, right? So super chat an amount, whatever you feel is on there. and obviously the amounts that have the most money will get answered first. Okay, and so Steve, this person says to follow wall, Steve, how do you feel about women posting sexy pics on social media while in a relationship? And shout out to you, fam, for the $10 super chat.
Oh, okay. See, okay, let me ask you a question, and I'm sure we'll have the same answer.
Okay.
You know how it feels when you don't really know the person. You know someone's in a relationship, and his wife is posting pictures. You be like, man, her man must be a bitch to let his wife or his girl do that kind of shit. You know what I mean? You know how we are. You know, how do I feel about that? When we start dating each other, you become a representation of me. That means no male friends unless his name is Twan and he got pink hair and he go, hey, no male friends. And you are not to show your ass off on the internet because it's not a bad look on you. It's a bad look on me. Mm-hmm. See, most women don't understand it. They think it's all cute and shit. But that's when other guys start looking at you as, oh, this motherfucker weak. Look at this motherfucker letting this girl show her ass up. Man, fuck that motherfucker. I'm gonna talk to you. See what I'm saying? It starts some shit that doesn't need to happen. So if she now here's the thing, writer. If she needs to show her ass on Facebook, let her do it.
Yeah.
Guess what? We just gonna be fucking. There is no relationship. The only relationship is I'm gonna come over about 11:30. I'm gonna put my dick on your forehead, and I'm gonna leave about 1, and that's it. And you can put your ass up on Facebook. You can do whatever you want, but you can't have anything to do with me because I have my standards too high for that, man.
Oh yeah, man. And let me just do that because I've had females, man, that have nice bodies and shit. And if you guys know me, I don't date no chick that ain't got no ass or ain't sexy. And of course, man, women that have nice bodies, they're gonna want to show what they have, man, on Instagram, Snapchat, and you gotta let them know, man. Look, either it's what I got to offer or what these niggas that like your pictures and comment got to offer. You take a pick. Let them know that you ain't got to be mean about it, you ain't got to be rude about it. Let the motherfuckers know up front. And if they're real, and if they feel that you're genuine, you can, being with you is a benefit, and you have value, and you carry yourself, man, them bitches will get that shit up. Them bitches been on Instagram, and they've been on Snapchat all their life, man, and they ain't going nowhere with that shit. So yeah, don't let the motherfuckers have both. Because if you let a bitch have male friends and Instagram hoeing at the same time, number one, she's gonna be talking to those niggas, right? Because the thing about it is Instagram and Snapchat, she'll say she got a boyfriend to the nigga that she finds unattractive, but for the right nigga who want to slide into her DMs, she'll talk back. All right, and so you're gonna open that floodgate to eventually another nigga fucking your bitch. And number two, if you have a female and that's your female, you should be protective. It's your property. You don't want everybody looking at your bitch like that. It's not their thing, man. You know what I'm saying? That's your woman, right? So, don't let her do that. If she can't deal with it, fuck her. All right, so you go.
You want to do it on her own. Here, guys, here's the thing. I'm not gonna force you to do it. I'm just gonna ask you one time, and it's up to you what you want to do. And if you choose the wrong door, we just gonna go back to fucking. There won't be a relationship. All right, let me bring this guy in. Not available. What's your name? What's your question, sir? Not available. Did you have a question, sir? Okay, we will move on to the next guy. Area code 717. Did you have a question, sir?
Hey, how you doing? This is actually David Little, man. How you doing?
What up, David? What's going on, family?
Yeah, I got a quick question for you guys, man. It's always great hearing from y'all. Right now, I mean, it may not be related to the topic, but, I'm surrounded by a lot of, it was talk about the myth, red pill, whatever, blue pill stuff. I have a lot of people who are in relationships around me. I never really had a successful relationship ever in my life. Probably maybe one, but it was just basically one night stand and stuff. But right now I'm getting that pressure at 35 to go out and do, have a relationship. But again, I've been in like friend zone and stuff like that. But how do I clear that path in that mentality? Because I know Steve just went over some mindsets that I go through. living in the past. Like he definitely ran down, but the simple question is, how do I overcome that stuff? Or, I mean, I'm not sure if there's a complex answer to it.
Well, sir, no, it's not a complex answer. What you got is that the first thing you need to do is
You're
find.
kind of low, Steve.
I'm sorry.
You're kind of low.
Okay, let me see. Is
It's
that
better now? It's better now.
okay? Yeah. What I'm calling with the thing you got to do is find somebody who can help you get out of where you're at, because you're not going to be able to do it alone. Because the way it works is, if you're thinking, let's say, not no disrespect, if you're thinking is at a level 2, let's just say level 2. I'm not saying it is. I'm just giving you an example. If you're thinking if you're thinking is at a level 2, that means everything you think is only going to reach that high. That means if you ask yourself the question that you're asking now, the answer you're going to get is going to be at a level 2. You might get a level 4 or 5 answer. You might figure out, maybe I need to do these things, but without the proper help, you will always stay at a level 2. That's why you need to find somebody who can help you get past that. Because, like I say, if you focus on problems, blame others, complain, live in your past, make excuses, then you need to find someone who is what we call solution based, to show you not that you're wrong, but how to modify your behavior to be more solution based instead of problematic, sir.
Wow.
So
that's awesome.
Yeah. Now, if you want, I can take your number down if you want, and after the show is over, I can call you. We can talk for a little while if you want to. I mean, I offer that. So if you want to, we can sit and talk for a little while, because I got to do my 9 miles anyway, so I'm gonna be up for a few hours. So if you want to talk and kind of see where you're at and try to come up with a plan or idea, we definitely can do that. But it's your call, sir.
That's actually a good idea. You know, I'm gonna be up for a little while. I was actually sleeping, but I'll be up for a little while anyway. I got to work out soon anyway.
Yeah. Well,
but yeah, definitely.
Okay, I'm gonna write your number down right now. And what I'll do is, once the show is over, I gotta ride 9 miles on my fucking bike anyway. So I'll call you while I'm doing my 9 miles, and we can talk and kind of see where you're at, where you want to go, and see if we're a good fit for each other. Okay, man?
All right. Thanks a lot, man.
All right. Thank you, man. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Okay, O'Shea.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Okay, O'Shea. We have other calls there, unless you want to keep going.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Let's another caller.
Area code 305, sir. What's your name? Where you calling from, sir? 305. Okay. We already did 262. All right, 305. All right. Last let me see, we did 717. Okay, area code 443. Did you have a question or comment, sir?
Okay. 443 is not there.
443. Let me see. Okay, hold on a second. Yeah, we can't hear you. Let me see if I can play the lion making noise. Yeah. We can hear that. You can hear that, O'Shea?
I can hear that, yes.
Okay, let's bring him in. Let's try 305 then. Area code 305. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, what's your question?
Yeah, what's going on? What's going on, fella? This Pro Shifter, man. I'm the truck driver, man. That always you guys keep company.
What up, Pro Shifter?
Want to comment? Hey, man, I ain't doing nothing but shifting these motherfucking gears, man. That's it. But okay, I got a comment for what Steve said, the motherfucking Dean, and O'Shea the God, what he said. Like me growing up throughout high school, I consider myself, you know what I'm saying, real flirty. Even back in high school, I was class flirt. Always seemed to be okay, pretty good with the women. But like O'Shea say, you got those ones that this and that's that. You understand? It's hard to let go sometimes. And I found myself sometime throughout life simping for a bitch or two. Understand me? But after watching you guys, and I'm 32 years old, or some, not all of them, but a bitch or two here and there, I still fuck with. Going back and forth. You understand me? Stop talking to you. Come back, going back and forth. And it be hard. But after watching you motherfuckers, and it's a done deal. Ain't no need to going back. You know why? Because you're going to move eyes forward, you say, Steve.
Eyes forward, sir.
And what? Eyes forward. You goddamn right. And the second part is, you said something about when you were 13, boo-hoo, crying, blah, blah, blah. My dad always gave me a saying he said, man, you're never a man. He said, you're not a man until you get your heart broke, man.
Oh, yeah.
He said, you have to experience that to understand what it is to be a man. And it's like, once I got my heart broke, that shit changed me towards the bitches. You understand? I never was a simp. I always had bitches, but every now and then it'd be here and there, whatever. But after I got my heart broke, the simping, it stopped. And then when I met you guys years later, because I got my heart broke back in like 2007, 2006. But once I met you guys probably like maybe about 5 months ago. After that, it's been a done fucking deal, man. Hey, but you're right. You have to get that heart broke, man.
Yeah.
And I just appreciate you guys. Keep doing the shit that you're doing, man. Hey, it's necessary. It's a lot of motherfuckers out there that need this shit. Even guys like me who don't have a hard time. I'm not scared to approach women. Man, it ain't shit. I was a holler monster. But I didn't give a damn. That's what O'Shea called him, a holler monster.
A holler monster, yeah.
I turn around and holler at that bitch behind you. I don't give a damn. You feel me? But even niggas like me sometimes need this shit, man.
Oh yeah.
I'm glad you do like this. Just keep doing it, man.
Yeah.
Oh man, thanks to Pro Shifter, man. Look at Steve, he love that shit, man. Oh man.
It's just when I got hurt, man. I think I loved it. I mean, even though I laugh about it, but the taste, I said never again. Remember, I always tell you, O'Shea,
Right.
You put your hand on the stove, it's a mistake, but if you do it twice, it's a choice. So I chose never ever again to let anybody come into my life like that to hurt me. The only one I'm gonna hurt is myself. But I love to do that. So, but that's the thing that I tell people they laugh about. They always say, what's the secret of the formula? And I tell them to love yourself, and they laugh at me. I'm like, no, you don't understand. I love me. I tell you, I am arrogant, self-centered, and conceited. And that's what you need to be in order to control these women, man.
Yeah, man.
Right. One more comment. Growing up, right? If you think about it, and I think you guys probably touched bases on this a few times too, bro. It's like this. Growing up, and I had a conversation about my old girl. It's my mama. I had a conversation to my mama about this shit. And I was kind of upset, man, offended. And I told her, I said, hey, you never really told me how I supposed to be treated by the bitches. You always told me how I supposed to treat women.
Yeah.
You understand me? Like you always told me, oh, treat a girl like this, open the door, don't talk to her, lie around her, don't do her like that. But you ain't never tell me, don't let a woman treat you like this, don't let a woman do you like that, don't let her. I never got that talk from you.
305.
I never got that ism.
You're wrong. She did tell you. You just didn't listen. You know when she told you?
When?
She told you when she said, your daddy ain't shit. He never listened. He never respected me. He did what he wanted to do. He wanted to do this and he did that. That's the secret of the sauce. That's how we got your mom. She told you.
Yeah.
You just never thought about it. You know what I mean? Because if you went to her tomorrow and you said, Mom, tell me about my dad, I guarantee you she's going to rattle off all these negative things that I just said. But all those negative things were the thing that not only made her want him, but no disrespect to your mom. I won't even use your mom in this because I don't want to be disrespectful.
Yeah.
But it'll make a woman open her legs to and have a baby by those behaviors. So they're going to tell you what they want, as in open the door, tell her how pretty she is, give her a gift, and rip your fucking spine out like the Predator and hand it to her. But she will tell you what she really needs by telling you about how dad got with her. Dad was a Rolling Stone. Papa was a Rolling Stone. Papa Papa didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Papa had other women. Papa was an arrogant prick. Papa was a jerk. Papa was.
I remember that shit.
Right.
When I was a kid, I remember being at my dad's house as a child because they didn't live in the same house.
Right.
And when I would go over there with my dad's house, I remember the bitches being in the house.
Of course.
I remember.
Because Papa was doing it
I
right.
remember the different bitches in the house.
Exactly.
You understand me? But I ain't get. You right, man. I don't think y'all guys gonna drop nothing. But hey, on the low, O'Shea learning too now. I be seeing the looks on O'Shea's face is priceless sometimes, man. Hey, you dropping that ism? You dropping that ism?
Hey, let me say, yeah, those two got some good stuff. But let me tell you this though.
I have a sister. One more thing, I have a sister, man, that sees like this. And I remember being a kid, and I see the regime as you get older. You don't see the regime when you're in the household, when you're on the plantation, O'Shea say. I could be playing with my ball or my figurine. I'm playing with the motherfucker first. My little sister will come in there, little cousin, whoever, will come in there and grab the ball and go to playing with it. And I'm like, give me back the damn ball. No, I want to play, but give me back the ball. I had it first. Mama come in there, give her back the damn ball. Mama, I had it first, though. I don't care. Give her the ball before I whoop your ass. After a while, I start flattening that bitch. Nobody can't play with it.
All right, man.
I take the ass whooping.
All right, we'll put you back in the queue, bro. Thanks, dog. God damn it, boy.
Man, shout out to Pro Shifter that called in, man. We all learn from each other, man. Yeah, Steve is good, but I want to let you niggas know, man. See, and I shocked Steve a little bit too, because a lot of people didn't think that the knowledge that I had with these hoes was extensive. Like, y'all didn't even know, like, I was on Facebook before. Y'all didn't even know I had bitches like that. Actually, I didn't show y'all I had bitches until, like, y'all, the last girl was here for like 4 months before I even showed her. So, y'all niggas gotta understand, man. An ugly nigga been out here macking for a minute. Now, you gotta give you a little bit of, to be fair though, yeah. You do pick up stuff, man, as you deal with, people like Steve, man. You definitely gonna get better. You'll get sharper and stuff. Because, me and Steve talk offline and shit. And then, yeah, man, Steve will get you right, player. But let me do this real quick. Hold on. Eric P., the Dean and O'Shea dropping knowledge tonight. Appreciate you, brothers. Goddamn right we dropping knowledge. I tell you what, let me brag real quick, Steve. Ain't another motherfucking show out there that's as good as this. On nowhere, on fucking Black YouTube. No, I don't give a fuck who you are. Yo shit ain't fucking with this. Okay, just not. The shit is too good. The shit is getting better. And how long we had this show, Steve? What, 2 months maybe? A month?
Yeah, maybe 2 or 3 months.
Yeah, this shit is it's like effortless. Let me do this real quick. I know we got callers, right, Steve? Let's transition. So let me do this real quick. I want everybody that's on the restream, thank you for watching the restream. If you are live, right, brothers, we want you to get the likes up, right? Like the video. Shout out to the people, again, that's supporting Eric P. Eric P is always supporting, right? This is what I want to say. We always looking for new brothers to jump in the game with us, right? It's about the new supporters. We have 166 people watching. Now, again, brothers, I always tell you, if you want Black Male Media to grow, like what we're doing for the website, what we're doing, we don't want to keep relying on the same supporters. We need new brothers to step in and support, right? And we got the same people supporting all the time. But a lot of you other brothers who find value in this type of content, here's your chance to jump in and help Black Male Media grow. We have a new ebook coming out for free. We have a new comic coming out for free. We got a new survivalism ebook coming out for free. We ain't charging you guys for those 3 things that are coming out that are already underway to be designed, right? We have another podcast that I'm starting up right now. The O'Shea Vlogcast podcast is going to be pre-recorded. That'll be on this channel also. So, brothers, we have content coming. We want to keep supporting you. Like I said, any donation in the super chats, if you can do it, $1, $2. If you want to ask a question, this is what helps Black Male Media grow. Hit the super chat button, like the video if you can't do that, and share the video. We'll appreciate that. So, Steve, let's talk about this.
Yes, sir.
Let me give you some scenarios, and I want you to answer them, okay? So, your girlfriend cheats on you, okay? You find out that she cheats on you.
Yes, sir.
Is the relationship over?
Done.
Why is the relationship over?
Goes back to what I said before. I'm the company. I'm drama free.
Okay.
And look, you fuck somebody. Look, hey, first off, I'm going to do something that most guys where they fuck up. I'm not going to even get mad at the other dude because I know motherfuckers is being what he is. So what I would do is not once I cut her off, because this is something that a lot of men should be doing every day, but I got to do a self-reflection and see where I went wrong as far as what did I do to make her, or maybe I didn't do anything at all, but I got to do a reflection, and I got to, and I do that every day. Every man should do that every day to reflect on the day and see what he could do to do better. But we're not getting all that. But anyway, I would definitely cut her off. I won't get mad at the other dude, but I would do some reflecting and see where I went wrong. Maybe I didn't give her enough attention, or maybe I did, or maybe it just wasn't meant for us. But that's what I would do, man. She's gone. No coming back from that, bro.
Okay, let's clarify this. Now, what is, in your opinion, what is cheating? Because can somebody be cheating and not having sex?
Yes.
Okay, let's clarify that, right? Because we have a lot of guys who their girlfriend has not had sex with somebody, but they find out that she's talking to somebody else or something like that. But can we clarify what you mean by cheating? Because some guys may not understand what that is.
Hey. Fucking, there are two major infidelities that you don't want your girl dealing with. First is financial infidelity. That is your girl going to another guy, getting money to either pay bills or to sustain her life. Financial infidelity.
Okay.
This one is much worse. It's emotional infidelity. That means that you don't even, and O'Shea, I have lived this, so I'm a star. I'm a Michael Jordan at this shit. Emotional infidelity is when you get with a woman that has a man, but all she can do is think about you all day. She always will sneak on the phone to get in touch with you. She will sneak to text you. She will sneak to send you photos and videos and pictures. That is emotional infidelity. You don't have to fuck her to know that you can fuck her, but she is in love with you emotionally without having the physical. So those are the two infidelities that guys have to watch out for.
Okay. So let's kind of go through some things, right? Because a lot of guys get suckered, because a lot of times, here's what I find out with women. Women are going to first off tell you, I'm not cheating on you. I would never disrespect you like that. Number one, if you believe this, you're stupid, okay? Because if a woman has to say that, and number one, if you suspect it, it's probably true. A lot of you guys, if you suspect your bitch is doing something she ain't got no business doing, most likely it's true. Always trust your instinct, okay? If you tell her you suspect something based off of something that she did, she's going to come back and tell you, I would never cheat on you. I'm faithful. I love you. Okay? This is what she's going to tell you. Then there's going to come a time where you find a text message or something like that. And typically, don't be surprised, man. A lot of these bitches want to get called. You know, some bitches will leave, log onto your Facebook and leave that shit open for you to see it on purpose. All right? That's another part of the game that we can talk about. But that shit happens on purpose sometimes. But anyways, you find out. Then what you're going to say is, well, I didn't fuck him. I was talking to him because you don't make time for me. Okay, let's talk about that, because that's one excuse a lot of women say. You don't spend enough time with me, right? You're too busy. Now, before we get into that, Steve, here's the two things women say that will let me know, for the most part, you can never please them bitches off of what they want. Number one, if you're a dude and you don't make a lot of money, you don't make enough money. This is what they will say for the most part. Not most guys, but just in general. This is what women say about men in general, right? Then number two, when you're making money, it takes you a lot of time to do it. You don't have enough time for it, okay? So once you find them bitches doing something they don't want to do, they're going to try to be, number one, like most black women, unaccountable. And they're going to say the reason why they are doing that is because of something that you're not doing. Now, Steve, have you ever dealt with something like this before previously in your life?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I've dealt with a lot of things, and when again, because I'm a workaholic, so
Okay.
a woman that any woman I get with needs to know that I'm busy all the time. I'm always working, but she also knows this is that if now again I'm going back to a thing called MySpace. I don't know if y'all remember that shit. So fuck y'all. I'm a little old, so
Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
before Facebook they had this thing called MySpace. So this is how.
Okay.
But if I was messing with somebody, I she gonna give me access to her password. I ain't gonna if buts or maybe
Oh,
because if it's all about trust, you bet now she better not ask me for my shit, but I know it's always a double standard with me, you know.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But here's the thing. I always and again, this is what I was taught from the 25-year-old, and I learned this along as I was a gigolo, is that it's not the sex that women need, it's the intimate moments of you have to be like, she laying in bed and you like, fuck. All right, let me go hold her. It's that shit. It's just holding her and shit. And when you don't do those things, O'Shea, that's when you leave the door open to somebody else who will. Because I've done this shit, O'Shea. I don't know. I ain't shit, guys, and I admit it. Before y'all even tell me I ain't shit, I'm telling you, this is how I used to fuck married women all the time, even at work. We go to work, and I eliminate them. Eliminate her. We go to lunch together, and then I get her so comfortable, O'Shea. She then starts to tell me her problems. Number one rule when you're with me, O'Shea, you better not put my business on the street. Because I find out, we done. But most guys let their women run their fucking mouths.
Mm-hmm.
So when she says, he doesn't hold me, he doesn't do this, he doesn't do that. And I say one word, O'Shea, that changes the whole game. And that word is never mind. That's the thing that that's the thing that wins me every time. Because as soon as she tells me about, like, say you, O'Shea, and I wouldn't do this to you, but I'm using your cake ass as an example. She'd be like, O'Shea just don't hold me. O'Shea don't do this, and O'Shea don't do that. I say, you know what? Never mind. What was you about to say? No. I don't. Never mind. I just forget about it. No, tell me. No, because I'm not trying to mess up your thing with O'Shea and yourself. Because you know what? If it were me, and then how you say, I leave little seeds in her head. So then, when she's with you, she's gonna give you that one chance, and this is where guys fuck up, O'Shea. Before she decides on cheating on you, she's gonna do everything she can to try to make it work. She may dress in that lingerie. She might try to say, come over, let's fuck. She might do anything she can. But if you over there playing your video games or doing your O'Shea cast, whatever the fuck you doing, O'Shea, you're gonna be like, okay. And then she'll go fuck me. So
let's talk about that, because me, man, a lot of my relationships have ended in part because we gotta have this conversation. I don't never put bitches' needs first, man. I'm like, really, I can be really cold, man. When it's something that I need to do, whether I'm studying or doing the podcast, I'm the type of person, I'll get up in the middle of the night to work. After fucking whatever. I'm not always the most intimate person, and I really don't give a fuck how you feel. Like me, that's kind of prayer. I've always been like that. Now, here's the kind of conversation that we need to have. If you are a guy like me, okay, and you might not have or you don't feel like you have the time and energy to invest into emotional, certain things for a woman, for her to be an emotional relationship. Because like even you, Steve, like I know you have certain date nights with your wife and everything like that. If it's a serious relationship, when you're dealing with a woman that's going to want your time. Now, if you're a high value man and you're a person like me, you're in medical school, you run 2 businesses, right? You got to keep it real with yourself. Do you have enough time and enough energy to be intimate with her like that? Do you have enough time to spend time with her like that? If you guys don't have that kind of time, you don't need to be in a relationship, right? Because your relationship will falter because number one, a woman is never going to be okay with being neglected all the time. I'm a motherfucker. I'm a chronic neglector, right? I love neglecting bitches. I neglect my own family. I do whatever the fuck I want to do if you don't like the fuck. That's how I feel. Now, if you're a person like me and you think like this, you're trying to get to where you need to go in life, you know, you got boards to study for, it may be necessary for you not to be in a relationship. You don't need a woman, okay? Because again, you're going to create a bad problem for yourself. And I can tell you that as a person that's done this many times, you're going to create a problem for yourself when, you know, you don't have time or energy to want to go out to the club with your woman or to go out to dinner with you because you're too tired from working and shit like that. You're going to create a problem with yourself. Now, Steve, let me ask you this. Do you agree or do you disagree?
No, hey, what people don't understand is that I've been married for 18 years and we don't fight or argue. And I know it sounds crazy, but I've upset her 5 times, and I've told you that 5 times I felt, you always talk to me, where am I at? In my office. So I fell asleep in my office 5 times because my wife always wanted me to come to bed. If I'm sleepy, come to bed. That's her only thing she wants. But what you as you got to know me, you already damn near know my schedule. You know, I take my wife out to dinner 2 times a week.
Right.
Give her a break. I take her, we talk finances and we spend time together. When we're doing shows throughout the day, because she'll cook and she'll come home and cook. That's her thing. She's like Laura Ingalls from Little House on the Prairie type shit. But I'll give her breaks where I will. Again, I can cook, but I'm lazy as fuck. So I will just order out. So I tell her you don't need to cook. Just come home, relax, and I'll take it. But also when I'm not in my office, I gotta and this is the intimacy. It's not just the sex. It's I gotta watch the Food Network. She loves watching the Food Network. So I gotta go in the bedroom. I lay and I hold her and we watch TV together, or I'm sitting next to her and we're watching her show. So I mean, those are the things that are intimate that women want that some guys don't do. Like you said, O'Shea, if you can't do that, guys, if you can't do that, somebody else can. And you don't want that somebody else in your bed fucking your woman. I'm just saying.
Yeah, if you don't have the time, to be in a relationship, she is going to find somebody, especially if she's attractive. She's going to find somebody to talk to, and you're going to be mad. I'm out here working, doing all this. How could you do this and shit? Hey, sometimes, man, you got to know your own limitations, man. Sometimes, depending on the woman, if you want to be in a serious relationship, man, they're going to want your time, bro. They're going to want you to do things with them. And, they're going to want that. They're going to want fucking every night. Like for me, man, it was crazy. Almost every girl that I have been with wanted to be me to fuck them more than I wanted to fuck them. And it was crazy because they'd never been in a relationship with a dude that didn't want to fuck them that much because I had shit to do. I ain't got to only fuck you every night, bitch. I got to get up and work and go to school and all that shit. But listen, man, women want that. If you can fuck good and eat pussy good and you can be, they have, movie nights and Netflix, dude, women want you in bed with them, dog, every night. That's the thing they love about it. They want to be in a relationship in the bed with their man every night. And if you coming in the bed at 7 in the morning, getting up at 10, come on, man, they don't like that shit, right? You go on almost all the day. What the fuck you think she at the house doing? Watching Netflix. You're talking to different niggas. She ain't got no choice. But at the end of the day, you got to understand about yourself that you don't have time for a woman like that. If you don't, that's cool. Wait until you have time, then pursue it. All right, Steve, let me ask you this. Do you have anybody else on the line?
Yeah, but let me check. But there's also one other thing. I think we have a 901. But yeah, I just want to say something. There's also what is called the little things that you got to do. I remember years ago when the Patriots were playing the Carolina Panthers. I don't know, that's how long ago it was. I remember my wife and I went to IKEA and she saw an elephant picture. Now this is like fucking 45, 50 fucking minutes away from home. She saw a $4 elephant picture because she loves elephants or some shit. I don't know. She loves puzzles and elephants and shit. Mm-hmm. So she saw the elephant picture, but she put the picture down and we kept walking. Super Bowl Sunday. You know me. I got my boys over. We have parties, all that shit, right? But at halftime, I snuck away, drove 50 fucking miles to buy that fucking $4 elephant picture. Now, to this day, she still has it up, but it's the little things like that that whenever they're making that decision, if they're going to fuck somebody else and cheat or financially infidelity or emotional, they think about those little things that you didn't have to do. So it's not just holding them. It's also the little things. It's every Saturday, every 3 weeks, I drive into town and buy her favorite apricot bread slice, from this bakery and shit. So, I mean, it's little things you got to do. But again, I know how to marriage proof my relationship because I've been such a whore. I figured this shit out, man.
Okay. Yeah, no, I definitely understand it.
I think 901, and I think okay, 901. Did you have a question, sir? 901, did you have a question? Okay, guess not. I see 262. I think we already talked to him, but I think you want me to see if he has a question?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Did you have a question? Or did you have a question?
Yes, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yo, Steve. Okay, this is the question I wanted to ask you. Why is it that women that's on social media, like Instagram, for example, post these pictures, their cleavage, ass all out, titties all out, and they have a husband, but they don't post pictures of their husband, right? And why is it that they are on Snapchat showing their booty and their bikinis with their ass cheeks hanging out, talking about, "Ooh, look at me"? But on Super Bowl, on Sunday football days, they show a foot of their husband. They don't even show the husband's face. They show his foot or they show his arm. Bullshit like that, bro. Why do women do this shit?
Well, that's an easy one. Now, this is going to kind of hurt. Let me put you in the queue to answer that question. The reason why they do that, okay, let's look at if there was a place called Mount Olympus. And up there, you have advertisers, marketers, guys like me, and women. And we all have one object, and one object is to hunt, okay? Now, these women, I'm just going to use the women. I'm not using the marketing, the advertiser. I'm just going to talk about the women. They're up there too. What guys don't understand is that women hunt men. And the reason why she's doing that is that's the bait. They don't see the hook. They only see the bait. And the bait is the titties and ass. The hook is her fucked up ass attitude that comes later on. But her job, again, this is the financial infidelity. Most women go on Facebook because they know that most people hide their work and their information, and only people who are on their friends list can see that. Now, a smart woman hunting a guy down is not going to ask him for his information. She's going to have him bring it to her. Let me show you. Let me show you. It's going to be just like this. He gonna bring her the information like this motherfucker right here on a knee. We call that taking the knee. She is going to find somebody like this. And the way she does it is by showing her ass and titties. That way, the thirsty guys are going to go at her and friend request her or send her nude pictures on the back end or cupcake or kiss her ass. Then what she will do is she will look up and see how much money you're making. She'll look through all your photos and see how you live. She'll see how much money you're making. And then she's going to put you, they have a list, not like Santa Claus, O'Shea. They got a list. And this list is what you can do for her. And the list includes paying her rent, buying her shit, jewelry, fucking cars, holding her purse, being a shoulder to cry on. You will be fit in a category based off of your thirst. And O'Shea, that's what they don't understand. That's why they do it. And she doesn't want to show her man because you know what? Some of these motherfuckers are smart. Some of these motherfuckers know how to pull up her information And so she don't want to keep her man around that. So she hiding it from her man. But O'Shea, as you see right here, this is the end game. She wants a motherfucker to take the knee and give her the information without her having to ask. O'Shea, what you got on that, sir?
No, I definitely agree. That's the fucking total truth. You'll get no argument from me there. No argument from me there, man. Can you hear me?
Yeah. No. That's I'll just I was throwing it back to you. Yeah. So I hope we was able to answer this question. I mean, my frosted mini wheats. Hey, it's good for you, man. I'm old.
Oh my god. All right, so we're gonna go to the next caller or what?
That's all the calls we have right now. No more.
All the calls we have right now. Okay.
4 minutes left of the calls, though.
All right, so let me do this real quick. All right, so all right, so listen, man, it's like what time is it there in Texas? Almost midnight. So let's do this, guys. So I don't think it's a reason to really keep the show going. So let's get the lights up, man. Yeah, because this show, I know it's a little bit late and everything, and I think we covered almost everything, unless
Well, yeah, I think we did. I just think that guys have to realize that a woman is supposed to follow you. You're never to follow her. And once you realize that your importance and your standard and how you feel. Matter of fact, I think it's time for him to hear Uncle Rick, O'Shea.
Yeah, go ahead and play that.
Let me let them hear. Let me give my Uncle Rick. Hold on a second. Let me give my Uncle Rick, because guys, this is how arrogant you should be with women, dude. Like, where is it at? Here you go. Look right here. Listen to this, guys. Listen.
Girls, why don't you give it to them one more time? Woo! That's who's standing here today. The world heavyweight champion. Only one. And you're looking. Oh, girls, I can't stand it. Now I got to talk. We all got to be quiet. Woo! Talking Ric Flair. They all want to know. They all want to know. Woo! What's causing all this? You know what it is? Intensified. You're talking about all man. Ric Flair.
That's what I'm talking about. Having that area. See, if a woman doesn't feel like she can be replaced, she doesn't give a fuck, because we all know that women want guys who have women. Women don't want guys who don't have shit. Does that mean you ain't shit? You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's why I try to tell you guys, she is a nothing. She does nothing. She is nothing. So the question begs, what is a nothing doing in my court? That's what the king says, right? I showed y'all that clip. And a woman comes in my life, O'Shea, she is always a nothing until I deem her to be something. The problem is these guys will take a nothing and make her something before she proves her value and worth. And that's the problem that we're having. And that's why it's hard to let her go, because you've already gave her the keys to your kingdom without her fucking slaying any type of dragon, man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. And let me just say this, man, before we close it out. It's a great show. I know Steve has just been up multiple hours doing the show before and then coming right back into this. I got up a little bit early today. So this is what I want to say. If you're a new person on the show and you're listening to this stream, do us a favor, subscribe, hit the bell, okay? Search themanmindset.com dating or Steve the Dean Williams on YouTube. Subscribe to his site, hit the bell. For those of you watching the restream, we definitely appreciate you. Consider sharing this video, right? And for those of you brothers who appreciate our content and want some of the free ebooks that we have, consider supporting us at www.patreon.com/Negro Manosphere. We're telling all of you brothers that want some of the Brother Pill uncuts, right, that you will never see anywhere else. We do have content on Patreon dealing with the Brother Pill that is never to be seen nowhere else, because Steve had a few bloopers there that we could not post anywhere else. So So we want to just thank you guys for support and shout out to certain people here. I see guys in the chat. Let's see here. What I'll do is toward the end of the show, I'll do some shout outs to people I see commenting. Shout out to Jermaine Morris, Roscoe. We see you, Jamaican. Carlos, Pro Shifter again. I'll tell you what, I'll do this at the end of the show tonight. Typically, I don't do this once a week. I'll do this. If you want to shout out toward the end of the show, just comment your name. I'll shout you out for at least 2 or 3 minutes before we go, because we want to let you guys know that we do appreciate you. Watching the show, watching the stream, right? So we do appreciate that. We do want to build a relationship with our audience. So if you guys want to shout out right now toward the end of the show, okay? Now again, it's different if you have a question, stuff like that. But toward the end, today only, right? We'll do something very special. We'll give you a particular shout out because you're staying up so late on the late night show. So if you want to shout out, comment your name below. We'll shout you out. Anything else you want to say, Steve?
I just want to say, guys, who's been listening to me on the show, make sure tomorrow you listen, because tomorrow, again, I will tell you the clubs to go to, and I'll also tell you the swinger Halloween club parties that are going on in your city that you can go to fuck women on Halloween. So make sure y'all check that out tomorrow, Wednesday. But that's about it, man.
That's about it. Yeah, I guess we don't have anybody that wants to do that. So anyways, again, thanks everybody for the support. We are really, really, really glad to have you guys here on the channel. Attitude Area QPOC, what's up? So again, guys, good night or good morning, wherever the hell you are in. Shout out to the moderators, Jamaican Pepper, Carlos. I know you guys were on that stream with Steve a little bit earlier, so you guys have been rocking on YouTube for about 5 or 6 hours. So again, we'll be back on. Steve, what time does your show start tomorrow?
9:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
9:00 Eastern Standard Time. Okay, so we'll try to do CISC 2808. Shout out to that. So we'll try to be on a little earlier tomorrow to get our mainstream, our crowd, because I was a little tired today. So hopefully we'll do that. All right. So peace out, everybody. Love you guys, and thanks for listening to the show. Peace.